Some fears about AI debt taking a toll on some of the mega cap names. Let's get more this morning from our Kate Rooney. Morning, Kate.
Hey, Carl, good morning. So, yeah, a big part of this tech sell-off is sentiment right now. There is some renewed anxiety around AI spending by tech giants and this growing role of debt in that entire build-out. Reminder, these companies are expected to plow $750 billion into this AI build-out. Just this year, it's up about 80% from a year ago, and they are depleting cash at record levels. Goldman recently noting CapEx, if you look at it as a percentage of free cash flow, that is at its highest level since the dot-com bubble. The dollar amounts are not necessarily new, but in recent weeks, we've seen more fear around debt in this entire build-out. That has been the big headline in recent weeks. SpaceX yesterday turning to the bond market. That was the latest example. Google with one of the largest debt financing rounds in this cycle, I should say. Alphabet, parent company of Google. Oracle also raising debt, is expected to see negative free cash flow this year. And then there is Amazon, widely forecasted to see negative free cash flow, and has laid the groundwork recently to tap credit markets with a shelf offering. So that's essentially pre-approval from the SEC to do that quickly. With this new debt load, the effect of rising rates could start to move upstream to mega cap tech. The group really used to be immune from the bond market thanks to their fortress balance sheets, and this could make them more sensitive to rising rates. If you look at the 10-year, it's just below 4.5 this week. Another topic that's weighing on big tech this week, cheaper AI models. So that is adding to this entire question about if tech companies are just overspending here. Microsoft reportedly now considering offering access to the ultra-cheap Chinese model DeepSeek on its platform. Also, in recent weeks, has unveiled a fleet of its own discount AI models. And then finally, one market dynamic is playing out as well. J.P. Morgan recently noting the Mag 7 stocks have become a source of funding for their clients. That tends to be part of why the names have sold off, at least if you look at this month so far, guys.
Yeah, not to mention, of course, the equity also raised by Alphabet, the prospect perhaps that we may see other equity raises as well.
Yeah.
As the need for cash just continues. It's funny, I constantly come back in my own mind, Kate, to my time at that data center in Michigan, just thinking about just $50 billion just for that. Just one data center. And obviously, 1.4 gigawatts is not nothing. It's a lot. But nonetheless, what the return parameters will ultimately look like on the $50 billion invested just there, let alone across the industry.
No, it's a great question. I think the visual of, Sam Altman with the excavator behind him says it all. The numbers are eye-popping just for one of these projects. And there's been no signal, at least from OpenAI, for example, that there's any appetite to slow down. I think the spending is known. They have made no secret, at least when you look at the hyperscalers, I would put OpenAI in that category, that they want to spend big. They have absolutely no ambitions to spend less. And I think on weeks like this, it's interesting how quickly the sentiment can change around this, because it's known what they're going to spend. It's just a matter of how the market reacts to it. I think the debt question in all of this seems to be sort of the behind-the-scenes factor that's adding to this. One investor I talked to yesterday said the SpaceX example sort of called into question, wait a minute, they're probably going to lean more on debt. Amazon is seen as sort of next to go in tapping debt markets. I think there's questions. I mean, debt, of course, doesn't dilute shareholders, but there may be an aspect of investors trying to get ahead of more debt raises and selling out of these names on top of sentiment.
Yeah, interesting, too, that Moody's gave SpaceX investment grade this week, which is getting some chatter as SpaceX gets back to 155. Kate, thanks.